we go. There we go. There we go. Yo. There we go. Yo. So tough questions will be asked. It's okay. And we're live with everybody. And Seamus is drawing a beautiful image of my handsome Cuban face. He's doing it on the profile. He's capturing my right side, which is my best side, by the way. He's doing that. Mike's already started working on the cigar of the evening. Make sure you get my good side. Remember, the light and shadows of my beard enhance the natural beauty that is me. What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well. As always, I'm messing with the guys here, making real fun here. But he's the artist. I'm not. I'm not an artist. I barely can even do stick figures.
Well, stick figures are fun sometimes.
Stick figures can be fun. Thank you very much, Mikey. I appreciate that. Mikey and Seamus and I tonight, we are smoking a very nicely aged Indian motorcycle. Was always saying Indian head. Indian motorcycle cigars. The Habano in a Gordo size. Now you guys know Gordo. Come in. Let's see if you guys can guess. What's the ring gauge on these? Come on, anyone jump in.
65.
60.
Yes. You're not too far off. So a Gordo is sort of like the same size as you bought. It's a 6x60.
That's what I was trying
to think.
A
Gordo, Magnum, double Toros. That's usually the same 6x60s.
I don't know anything about Magnum.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know anything about Magnums. I didn't even bother looking at them when I. Anyways, hope you guys are doing really well. Remember, everybody, this is just for entertainment purposes. I know, caramba, laugh, have a good time. Lord bless it, Duncan. When am I ever gonna stop? Hopefully, not anytime soon. And you know what? I hope you guys have been doing really, really well. We got a fun and exciting show tonight. I'm just telling you guys. I'm gonna tell you where I'm at with my arm.
You at least have the sling off.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it anymore because that thing, like.
Yeah, it hunches you over.
Oh my God! It feels like I'm carrying, it's almost dead weight. But I'll tell you guys where I'm at with the arm, what's gonna be happening, the time frame.
It's gonna be a while.
It's gonna be a fun one. I got a couple of interesting topics I want to dive in, and one of them is a huge topic just popped up in the past couple of days, and it's about the cigar industry one more time facing adverse attack by the government. I mean,
that and guns.
Will the nonsense? That's why I'm probably now displaying one of the big boy of the house.
I'll have some explaining to do.
Because Lucy, you're gonna have some explaining to do. I tell you. And then we're gonna dive into a fun topic, the second half of the show.
Wait, we have something else to talk about. Remember he gave you crap about using a old scrapbook notebook?
Yes, by the way, I saw that. I said, aren't you just now part of the family? Now he's got his own little scrapbook doohickey. He's just the happiest kid right there. Second half, I definitely don't want to miss out on this because you know what? I think social media, as always, sucks. The media itself sucks. But I want to tie that into music that impacted the ages and how some artists changed the perception of how some artists grew with adverse attacks from media and people in general. And I know you guys like some amazing bands. You guys are really good into music and stuff like that.
So Snyder helped shape music pretty good.
I definitely want to do that. Rick is that Rick Singer, the guy who got all the kids? No, that wrong guy.
No, D. Snyder.
Who doesn't know who D. Snyder is?
You don't.
Of course. And on that happy note, let's put some damn intro music. And welcome to Los Tres Maduros, everybody. It's gonna be a fun one. All out there. I think we're gonna throw it all out there, but in a good
a hodgepodge.
A hodgepodge, but in a good way, in a good, caring way. Like we are caring individuos.
We is a strong word.
Well, yeah, because you are like
you got a mouse in your pocket.
Nosotros
somos aquí para ustedes, which means something that we're here for you guys. Hey, Mom, how you doing? Espero que estés bien, mi viejita linda. Hola to Miss Noli Echevarria, Doña Noli herself. And real quick, immediately to the right hand of God, he is the Michelangelo of Ireland, if that's even a thing. I don't know. Designing, drawing, the guy who's doing it all with his sunglasses on, Seamus Tolle.
Looks like he's drawing a pair of lungs.
He's drawing lungs, iron lungs. Who the hell knows? Seamus, the people are like, what's going on?
Designing a new gas tank.
Designing a new gas tank. Sort of.
So what it's gonna be?
Not right now. I gotta introduce him. Then you can go. I mean, what the hell? It's all his
I'm
life.
okay.
It's all his life.
Fine, okay.
It's all you, isn't it? Everybody, welcome to the Seamus Tolle show.
I can exit stage left. It's fine.
The Seamus Tolle show. Is that it? Can I?
Thank God for not exiting stage right, because you're like, oh, excuse me, pardon.
Can I?
I mean, I do that just for the fun of it.
Can I introduce him now? Mike, I'm gonna jump back. Immediately to the left hand of the CIA wing of the Covert Ops headquarters, the main man himself. He is the guy, when they shoot them down, he hides them deep under Hangar 18, Mike Striegel.
You've got that all screwed up.
Completely. But it sounded kind of interesting, though.
You got the Hangar 18 part, right?
I did get that right. I did get that right.
Look at that.
How you doing, Mikey?
I'm all right.
You all right?
Yeah.
I'm going to then go and then we can go back to your desk. Okay. And I'm Duncan. Go ahead. Now it's you. See, that was
There's
it.
no big extravagance.
No big extravagance.
He's doing it differently because usually he gets the big intros.
Big intros. I get the big intro. Oh, that hurt. Oh, my God, that hurt.
Do it again. I didn't feel it.
I swear no. Earlier I did that. I tried to scare Jonathan, and I did one of these jumps. And that thing, I swear to God, I felt it to my toes. I was like, oh, that's not right. Okay, double the Percocet in just a few minutes.
You want me to take your mind off of that pain?
I'm good. No more pain. So you are working on designing.
I need another piece of paper.
No. Shut up, guys. You're designing a gas tank for a working project or what?
It might actually go on the chopper. It depends on how froggy I get.
You gonna chop her? God, I hope not, man. I like her. I think she's nice.
Are you gonna put Slowpoke Rodriguez on it?
Slowpoke Rodriguez.
So.
You remember that one?
Yes.
Not you.
I do. That's why I laugh.
Seamus didn't know anything about it until I introduced him.
Every now and then, we gotta get one over you. You're the young one. I mean, come on now. We gotta get one over on you.
I knew who it was.
All right,
I grew up watching Speedy Gonzales and Tom and Jerry.
Ain't nothing wrong with. Hey, listen. Don't mess with Tom and Jerry. I love that stuff.
Don't mess with Slowpoke Rodriguez. You know
why?
Yeah.
It's racist.
No, because he packs a gun.
Yeah, and just like my good buddy, which I don't know if he's even still around, is I think that they took out Wesley Wabbit guy. What's his name?
Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd was taken out, and then
speaking of that, Speedy Gonzales is in the new Space Jam movie.
Nice.
And guess who voiced him?
Oh Lord, who? Fluffy.
Yep.
Oh, Gabriel Garcia Iglesias. Yeah, bless his heart.
Good. Perfect.
Hey, I'm not a big fan of him anymore.
They didn't get rid of him.
No, I'll get into it another day, okay, so I'll get into it now. I don't like him. There you go. He is pro-communism. So there.
Really?
I'm not going to go deep into it, but the first season of that show that he did, there was an episode in which...
the one where he was a teacher?
Yeah, well, he is a teacher, yeah. And they were... one of the other actors was Latino. He's Cuban. Mm-hmm. And they were utilizing one of the pictures of El Che Guevara as an icon of what proper revolution and standing up and speaking out is all about. And the other guy who was Cuban, I honestly wanted him to make more of a testament against that. He sort of denounced it a little bit, but just did not pursue it. And at that point, he lost me. I've always said, do not bring politics into entertainment if you can help it. I really don't want to see that, and I don't want to deal with it. It's just one of those things.
But do you think it's more of a Hollywood thing as opposed to his personal views?
I don't know.
I mean, California is almost all of California is becoming
socialist.
Socialist is the proper term.
Everything's sort of free, all inclusive.
Dude, the entire western seaboard of the United States is. Alberto Valencia, ¿cómo estamos la gente linda de México? Real quick, guys, in Spanish, to everybody who's watching, muy buenas noches a todos nuestros queridos amigos y las personas que nos miran, que de verdad que son las personas más importantes en este momento. Nosotros no lo somos, son ustedes. Que Dios me los bendiga. God bless you all, man. Muchas gracias por estar con nosotros. So, real quick, let's because I don't want to talk about that F-tard. I meant that in a nice way.
No, you didn't.
The nicest.
The nicest way. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Yeah.
The
I lied.
design is for a chopper that you're working on.
I thought it was a go-kart.
I can see it on a go-kart.
I can see it
I
too.
can see it
No,
too.
but so basically,
By the way, again, thank you for the motorcycle, Indian motorcycle cigars. We're smoking
They're good.
the Habano. I wasn't gonna give her credit. I'm not gonna give you credit. I mean, it's like Jesus Christ. I mean, well, not you. You're not Jesus Christ. But thank you, Miss Alicia Williams, better known as Alley Cat. Wherever you found them, wherever you got them, these are delicious, absolutely on point, fantastic cigars. And thank you to as well there, or not, whichever way you want to go.
Anyway, if you've ever seen Mike, I know you know what I'm talking about. A shaker hood.
Yes, you're gonna shake her the hood, or shake her hood, one of the two.
All right.
Yeah, baby, shaking that hood.
Question for Duncan.
Go ahead. 7-Eleven, by the way.
What manufacturer had the shaker hood?
Of course.
Two of them.
Come on. How
What is
hard
it?
is that?
Two of them.
Come on, Harley and Indian.
No.
No, well,
Car
no.
companies.
A car company?
Yes.
That's easy. Okay, I got this. Ford.
That's one of
That's
them.
one. Are you ready for the other one?
Yeah.
Ready. I'm gonna go on a wing here, on a ledge, whatever. Chrysler.
Good guess.
That was a hell of a guess because
Good
I had
guess.
no idea.
So here's the thing with the
No
shaker,
bloody idea.
so the shaker
We
hood.
know.
The shaker hood is where the intake comes up through the hood, and you could see it move every time you hit
Every
the
time
gas.
you rev the
motor,
gas, it would move.
Yeah, the motor moves a little bit. It's called a shaker hood. Similar design, because of where the carburetors are located on my chopper. They're right underneath the gas tank.
Right.
So I was looking at it today, and I thought, what if I basically cut the tank in half
Okay.
and put a pipe going through the center, and then welding it and sealing it, and we got all the sound in the world.
Sorry. That's it again. I always forget to do that.
Again, you forgot the 7 Ps, and you were in the military. What the hell was wrong with you?
Oh, I know, dude. I tell you. Sorry.
So-
Continue.
Basically putting a pipe down the center of the gas tank, and then sealing it, and putting the intake manifold coming up through the center of the gas tank and facing forward, because they have a part, it's called the power cone.
Yes.
So it'd be like putting a blower on the bike.
No,
Come on.
it's
A blower.
a shaker hood.
Come on. It's a shaker hood.
A lot of people put blowers on those too.
What does he know? Come on, Mikey. Come on,
It's
get with
not-
the
It's not
program.
necessarily a blower, because a blower is something different.
No idea what that
A blower is more forced injection.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you're not gonna blow him, those are worse. Those are awesome. They're just horrible. A blower is good. A blow him, completely different tax bracket. What are we talking about again?
Just be quiet and listen.
I'm gonna be quiet. Look, Kevin Corley's was going down and living large. What's happening,
You're
guys?
just in time for the
Just in time. I mean, they're explaining blowers and blow hims. I have no idea what that is. No
So-
blow hims though.
No.
Okay, thank God. That was
No.
So,
okay.
basically, the intake pipe would come down through the gas tank
Yeah,
directly to the carburetor.
of course. I'm just going with it.
basically it.
That's it.
That's basically
That's it. That's what
So every time you'd rev the motor up, the intake would shake.
Probably just a little bit. Probably not as much as it would like on a car, but
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Harley's was rattling your teeth, but
Yeah, well, Michael Carter, what's happening? Just saying, that's Michael
I'm
Carter
not
right
building
there.
a Harley. I don't want to talk about which bike I'm building. But
Don't. Let's not talk about that. We're not going to talk about bikes today. We're going to talk about an interesting topic that is
Asian hookers.
Asian hookers and
they can make a lot of money.
size. I'm gonna tell you guys real quick. I'm gonna grab this. I gotta copy and paste this. By the way, thanks a lot to all the podcasters. By the way, if you guys did not know this, you guys have brought us to the whopping amount of $3.13. We're up there. We're
You
now.
get $1 and some change.
And
Call Forbes.
I'm telling you, we
Yeah.
broke the dollar mark. For those of you guys who are saying that we're not making this about money, we are. $3.13. We're all in. Where's the cafecito? You know what? No cafecito today, man. I'm sorry. I didn't get any cafecito. I apologize. Cafecito coming up maybe in another episode. I hope you guys don't mind. ¿Qué fuman? Well, that's actually a good question. Alberto, we are smoking today. It is the Indian Motorcycle Cigars. Fantastic smokes. This is the, I guess, the 1901, of course.
Habano.
Yeah, but it's also the signature year in which they came out when
Yes.
Indian motorcycle
So-
was
Correct.
brought
Indian
into production.
was started in 1901. Harley was started in 1903.
So they need to catch up then, you know. So it is a Habano. It's a beautiful, beautiful smoke. Are you guys thinking maybe medium-ish on the onset, or
Medium
not there yet?
plus. The strength is medium plus, but the flavor is probably.
Yeah, I don't think it's
mild.
kicked in yet.
Mm-mm.
Es un tabaco mediano, mediano más, un poquitico más de término medio, tú sabes, en fuerza. Los sabores todavía no están ahí, en mi opinión. So, vamos a ver qué sucede in the rest of the show, en el próximo segmento. What's going on? Olaf himself is there. What's happening, Kirby Hunter?
It's a little too warm for him.
Yeah, I'll tell you, well, you know, maybe not. You never know. He might keep that damn office of his, like, you know, like the North Pole. You don't know.
What has he got? Elsa in there?
He may have Elsa. Who's Elsa? Which is one of the two
Elsa
girls?
is the
Which is the one with the
ice
powers?
princess.
She's the powers.
Elsa is the ice princess.
Ice princess. There you go. Well, you know, that's, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna go there. But real quick, this is a heavy topic, and I want to copy and paste this.
And then how did you pick it up with your gimpy on?
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna hurt yourself.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to do that. So let me see if I can do this correctly, because you guys know I'm not that techy. It's gonna seem like a ton of stuff about to pop up any second now, but
It probably won't fit.
let's see.
There you go.
Let's see. Chat. Let's see if it'll pop. Okay, I think it did. Or there you go.
Let's see on your little handy dandy device there.
Yeah, maybe it did, maybe it didn't. What I'm gonna do, guys, real quick, I'm gonna just
Talk him through it.
do this. I think you may have picked it up in several different
It did, because
bits
you only
and
have a certain
pieces.
amount. You only have a certain amount of letters.
Yeah, anyway, so let's just
Kind of
delete
like
this.
Tweeter.
Yeah, this broke it down into chunks and bits and pieces. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and talk a little bit about it. It is another attack of the government against the cigar industry. The title is for us to oppose the federal tax increase on premium cigars and pipe tobacco. I picked this up from Kirby Hunter's page. I thought it was very, very important that everybody get a hold of it. I'm sorry, it's all broken up. I'm not even gonna add it to the mainstream comments here. I may just delete them. But the long and short of it, I'm gonna read it to you guys. Senator Durbin, Democrat. What a surprise! Illinois, that's IL, right? Illinois
Yes.
has
You don't pronounce the S.
Illinois, no?
Illinois.
He's very annoying. From Illinois, has reintroduced a massive tobacco tax increase as part of a bill that is otherwise intended to address, of all things, maternal mortality. Wait for it. Buried within S.411, the Mothers and Offspring's Mortality and Morbidity Awareness Act, MAMA's Act, are changes to the tax code that would treat the entire tobacco industry as cigarettes. Insane. The result is an estimated 500 to 1,000% increase on the tax for premium cigars, depending upon the size, of course, of the cigar, because this is actually, it's a tax that's linked to the weight of the actual tobacco in the cigar, in the per unit.
So something like this would get taxed
Heavily. A
More
660
than
would be,
with this.
yeah, depending upon what the cost on this cigar, you're looking at almost an additional $6 on top of the cigar. $4 to $6.
So $10
Well, you know what that means.
$16.
Yeah, and then a 1,650% increase on the tax for pipe tobacco. I feel even for those guys who enjoy a good pipe. Just to wrap it all up real quick, a tax this big isn't just lost profit. It's a bill that will raise the cost for manufacturers, retailers, consumers, jobs, businesses. Everything is going to be impacted across the board. And to go out and buy and enjoy a premium cigar, that's a huge risk now that you guys are going to be facing, because it's going to impact, the bottom, line, your dollars.
Factories are going to have to lay people off to maintain their bottom line.
Lay off.
Insane.
Freaking closed, dude.
Yeah, insane, dude. It is absolutely horrible. I'm sorry I couldn't get all this stuff in there.
Yeah,
oh, there you go.
Right there.
Carrie did it. Thank you. You are awesome. That's the information. If you guys want to click on that, there is on that link a little section that says Take Action Now. You just fill it out, your name, your email address, your address. and send it in, and then that goes to our representative powers that be that are fighting the
Is
good
that like
fight.
an e-signature on a?
It is. It's something that was created just
It's signing it's basically
a
signing
petition.
yeah.
A petition. Man, I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna say it like this, guys. I was just having this discussion today. As a matter of fact, I met with a really good friend of mine. Trey Orr from Orr Cigars.
Yep.
We had coffee over at Lake Norman Coffee Company.
Yep.
He's moving up to Statesville. I'm really, really happy about it. He
Oh,
bought
cool.
4 acres right off of Old Mountain Road in your neck of the woods.
Is that gonna be tobacco acres?
No. He's decided to just sort of like settle up here.
Where
He wants
at?
to.
Over there.
I don't know. He said that it's off of Old Mountain Road, but it's I think north of the interstate.
Well, I mean, I'm north of the interstate.
Exactly. It's somewhere up
But
there.
there's like two or three tobacco farms way up there too.
No, he's not. It's not tobacco related. He wants to move his family up here.
Cool.
He thinks that it's a lot nicer, a little bit better quality of life.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about a whole lot.
Yeah, and he's way down Cornelius, very expensive
Oh, yeah.
area. I mean, very
it takes you hours to get
very
going
high
on the
end.
block.
So I'm super excited that he's moving up. So this is actually one of the things that we're talking about. That finally, when we have some wins that came down the pipeline, that we were now considered a premium hand-rolled industry that was different than cigarettes,
Mhm.
obviously, and the definition.
They are different.
Yeah, and then the definition of a premium cigar was clearly defined before the change of administration happened. Now this is a total kick in the gonads.
What it
It's
is,
an attack.
what
It's
it
an
is.
outright attack.
Absolutely,
It's a
man.
money grab. The problem is, Democrats, when they get in office, they start looking for money.
But it's also on something that is completely got nothing to do with cigars. The Mamas Act is, again, real clearly. I mean,
It's for cigarettes.
It's the Mothers and Offspring's Mortality and Morbidity Awareness Act. How does one thing relate to the other? Again, I'm all about helping, women, children.
So what is that money? Is that money supposed to go to help people who get sick from secondhand smoke?
No, it's
Or
it's
is that
intended.
going to line pockets?
Look at this. Intended to address maternal mortality.
Right. But what is it? What does the tax
All right.
go to help?
I mean,
So
it's
on the
just
side of every pack of
insane.
cigarettes,
It's
it
crazy.
says Surgeon General's warning.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're a mother and you're
Smoking
doing that, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or you're a mom to be, basically.
My mom smoked when she was pregnant with both of us.
Well, we know certain things now.
Yes.
We know certain things. No, man. But again, my mom.
That was in the 60s.
I'm
and 70s.
not gonna lie either. My mom also smoked as well. She's on there. But at the end of the day, what I'm getting at is they're linking it to something which I don't even think in this case is really has a bridge to tie it.
Here's
No.
the thing: cigars don't have.
Hey, little Dick Durbin.
Yeah.
Hey, John Level, another good American,
Yeah.
has jumped in. Hey, John, let me tell you, maybe that's what they call him on his fans only website.
Yeah.
Possibly.
But
Man, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
in cigarettes, there's all different kinds of chemicals that go into making it, and even the paper that they roll it in has like a glue or whatever to slow the burn. So if
No, it's
you know,
to speed up the burn.
no, because for the safe cigarettes, they're supposed to go out and like.
Right, that's true, but they burn faster than a cigar. They will.
Oh, yeah.
A cigarette won't technically go out,
I mean, the thing that slows a cigar down
or they used to.
is
Maybe they
you
fixed it.
and also a little bit of the filler that's created to slow that down. I mean, again, there is no similarity at all. It's been professionally proven between a cigar and a
chemically
damn
tested.
cigarette.
Well,
There's
that's the
none.
point I was trying to make. Is all the chemicals that go into making a cigarette versus a cigar. It's just
Tobacco,
It just grows like that.
and
Yeah.
tobacco. And tobacco, by the way. I don't know if I said
Well,
it earlier.
cigarette manufacturers, I believe, add nicotine and stuff to the cigar.
Sons of biatches, dude.
I think.
Sons
I
of
don't know.
biatches. I mean, by the way, our favorite Caitlin Finley, our favorite Finley is on.
Mhm.
All the best to you. Thank you very, very much. Let's see what living
Hey,
large.
these are gluten free.
And they are, by the way, I did check. They are gluten free, by the way, guys.
Okay.
Gluten free. Question for you guys: they are doing whatever it takes to treat cigars like cigarettes. But what about Mary Jane? I see dispensaries opening left and right. What
Yeah.
you don't think we can do to any health? That means okay. I'm gonna
Here's
It's called
here's
the double
easy answer.
standard.
Here's the easy answer.
go ahead. Easy answer.
Easy answer is because New York just did this. they are legalizing marijuana because they can make money off of it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with an easier answer.
They're trying to find a way to get money out
More
of
taxes
cigars.
out of cigars.
But this is another easy answer. Again, I go back to it. I could care less if you smoke weed. It's by every standard, it is a natural product, also without additives. Let's just bottom line it. The scientific aspect of one has zero additives, just like the other. So as far as I'm concerned, you could have a cigar shop and a dispensary side by side, and I could care less. Hey man, rock and roll. More power to the people. You know, they each serve a purpose. They each, give somebody, like for example, someone who smokes, 420, God bless you. I respect that. I got no problem with that whatsoever. Maybe that is their even keel. Maybe that's their relaxing. Maybe that's their hard day's work. I came home and that's what I'm doing. I got no problem with that, man.
Along with the fact that it's been proven to inhibit cancer cells and pain relief.
Lower blood pressure, all kinds of
yeah.
shit.
Even as a damn cigar, two of our favorite doctors say, hey, we tell everybody, smoke a cigar to relax.
Mm-hmm.
That's Dr. Oscar Rodriguez of GTO Cigars and Dr. Gabby Caffey. Again, two board-certified doctors. Currently.
Well,
So,
also in the 70s, they used to have doctors tell you to smoke a cigarette.
hell to the yes.
So, I mean, it's a double standard.
I agree. Living large, in this case, to be brutally honest, I personally have zero problems. I've been a huge constituent that they need to legalize it and run with it. If you want to tax weed, tax it. If you want to, hey, it's however you want to do it. But it's been a constant attack for years upon years against cigars, the premium cigar industry. That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I just think that some people really in our beloved government need to just have a damn cigar and a scotch. Put your feet up, man.
They probably do, but they get theirs for free.
Kennedy ordered hundreds of cigars before.
They said he had like a couple of thousand of those Churchills. Yeah. But it just blows my mind, dude. As a matter of fact, if given the choice, and I experimented briefly trying to sell these CBD things, not a fan.
No.
Given the choice, I'd rather have a dispensary.
Well, CBD is something completely different.
Yeah, but you know what? Given the choice, I'd rather have a dispensary down the street than these CBD places. I'm not a fan of those weird, all the different things because that has
it's not regulated.
Yeah, and it has a lot more stuff that you can pile in with that, chemicals wise and all kinds of stuff.
Also, some of them are putting some of the vapes have nickel and something else in them.
Nice. Inhale deep, baby. Inhale deep.
Now,
see, I'm just not a fan of that. Again, I know of a really nice one. I think we drove by it one time over there when we were coming back. The place in Catawba, the little town that we drove. I said the leaf, green leaf, whatever.
There's a dispensary. I don't know if it's a dispensary, but I know they have CBD right next to the joint.
It's really very, very, very well done. And I spoke to the manager there. He said, well, our goal is eventually, because it's a bank. It used to be an old bank. And I know for a fact that up-and-coming dispensaries or places that are looking to be eventually dispensaries, they will actively search for areas or environments that were banks before because of the vault, for that security reason. So they actively search them out. The one in Troutman, they just opened up across from the other one. That used to be a bank.
You remember, do you remember reading about, I don't know if it's JP Morgan or whatever, but
smoke them if you got them. That's what I say, man.
The oil companies, stuff like that, work so hard.
JP Morgan, love them.
They work so hard to ban hemp and marijuana because
it was a money-making thing.
Right. So you think they're trying to get rid of these in order to push people more towards?
Well, I don't know, man. It's
a decent theory,
but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you could prove it.
So to replace this eventually with the dispensaries, because they might make actually more money with the dispensaries by taxing them.
Because I bet you somebody's got companies.
Well, they're saying that it's going to be a huge up, I guess, swing in the market when it becomes legalized across the U.S.
There's two things that a lot of states, mostly Democratic states, are legalizing because it's a way for them. It's a money grab.
Yeah, it's a money maker.
One of them is sports book gambling.
Absolutely.
Because live betting, you can.
DraftKings, literally,
Yeah.
I saw a rise of over 600% in the stock market in 1 year.
Yeah, and they just
Yes, people are bored.
And-
That's
and
insane.
New York just legalized it, and marijuana, because it's also another money grab. They can go in there and tax the crap out of it.
New York also
Have at
does
it. Then leave cigars alone. It's a premium industry
It's also competition.
that works.
It is. The object is eliminate competition.
I don't know, because I look at the way that the industry, the cigar industry, is not the same, particularly in hands-on, as the weed industry. It's just not. Literally, you actually in the weed industry use less people. You use less. I don't want to say land, but there's an interesting factor that reduces the need to create what you are going to smoke, because we basically, at the end of the day, they get the bud, they put it out there, boom, you can buy it at a dispensary and you're smoking it. This takes an enormous amount of time, effort, and money, because this goes in as a seed. It may be years before you're able to smoke this product, because of all the different criteria that goes into making a cigar. So
It's the same thing with liquor, with fine whiskeys.
Correct. Okay, so that's how, if I was going to say a better analogy, a better way to tie it in, I'd say the liquor industry and the premium cigar industry, yes. 100% with you guys. I'm totally on that.
I mean, unless you're making moonshine, which goes real quick.
Did you know that a lot of whiskey companies will either buy someone else's whiskey and sell it while theirs is fermenting, or they'll sell vodka?
Ooh.
Well, that's what.
As my Russians would say, vodka.
Well, that's what the Southern Distillery place. They made a bunch of their own, and it's sitting there. They're gonna let it age 5-7 years, whatever the heck it is. And they're selling somebody else's.
But see, I would say
recipe.
again, I am okay with aligning those two industries. The liquor industry and the premium hand-rolled cigar industry have way more similarities than saying cigarettes and cigars, than saying the weed industry and cigars.
But they've been trying to get rid of cigarettes for the longest time too, and haven't been successful.
And to that, God bless it. Rock and roll attacked that. Attacked the hell out of that.
They've been trying to get rid of the hard drugs, and they haven't been able to get rid of that either.
So and again, for people to say also that marijuana is a gateway drug, that's BS. I mean, that's absolute BS.
I've got some theories about the whole war on drugs.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a money-making thing.
And he goes, and you don't get fired from work if you smoke a cigar, but you will if you smoke weed, even if it's illegal.
Yeah.
Again,
hell, the Biden administration, if people, they said people told them when they're filling out their applications, you can go ahead and put you smoked weed in the past whatever month, and nothing's fine. Now they're going back and firing all those people because they smoked weed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Double dealing. This or it's like literally just flip flopping, dude.
I was like, you fucking.
How about that, Ash? Huh? Sexy.
It's a little hard to see. Probably a little easier to see against my black shirt, but that's about an inch
and a half, I would say. Inch and a half.
And it's steady on there. It's even burn.
Anti-communist attitude in the hierarchy of the industry. Many who escaped. It's funny you said that, John. Interesting point. John says, "Do I think that the cigar industry is a target because of an anti-communist attitude also in the hierarchy of the industry? Many who escaped communist Cuba or had ancestors who were." I've always said that this industry, which I love dearly, some of the origins of the people who left Cuba, of course, they carried a lot of resentment against communists. They carried a lot of negativity towards where they came from.
I wonder why.
And I've always said, you know what? I that's maybe why I love cigars. Cigars have been elevated by a lot of great families who fought tyrannical rule, the lack of freedom, the inability to just have free speech. Yeah. So when you got a country, let's say, I don't say country because America is not a communist country, but when you got a regime, a group, a cabal of people assuming the controlling aspect of a government, and now they're coming down on an industry like this, I gotta say there's a little bit of something to that. I got just a skosh of that. I tell you what, man, I don't disagree with that statement. You think that Biden will open up visitations to Cuba like Obama did?
No, I don't think he will.
If he's smart, No. If he is smart, no. If he's dumb and he, croaks in 2 years, who the hell knows, man? I don't.
Who built the cages, Joe?
I agree. I don't believe that right now any administration that does that is doing it for any other reason than for personal gain or connected gains to companies that are affiliated with them in Cuba.
Again,
I assure you of
money.
that.
Think about, people are going to want,
By the way, if anybody from the government is watching this, we love you guys. I'm just saying, pro Biden, God bless
our
you.
government?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Anyway.
Oh, man.
Think about like resorts and stuff like that. People are going to own stock in these companies
absolutely,
like Marriott and
man.
stuff like that. So they want all these premium destinations.
Well,
they're going to want,
when the Obama administration opened up the doors for tourism and lifted the embargo, as brief as it was, and thank God it wasn't longer, there was an enormous influx of movement by every single airline company, cruise company, everywhere.
Right.
That either ships, that sails or flies out of Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Orlando. Everybody immediately started drawing airlines to Cuba.
Well, there's a
ship destinations to Cuba, which is, again, that even started happening. Companies were already looking at, hey, we need to begin production of shows in Cuba. To me, these companies, they're lining their pockets outside of Cuba. They're not really assisting the people build themselves up in Cuba.
They're taking advantage of Cuba
So
to
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah, the mystique of it. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and again, John Level says a very politically correct statement. Fuck them. Very, very, very politically correct. PC, literally. So, again, guys, Carrie had this up here. I'm gonna bring up the link again real quick. It's a little bit of a big link, but it's right there. It's all over social media as well. It's a simple little one pager. Fill it out, send it in. It's what do you call it again? It's a
petition.
A petition.
And even if you don't want to put your personal information like email and all that out there, you can still go online, Google your representative and your congressman,
and let them know.
And their email address.
Let them know.
Yeah, their PO box, and you can write them letters, call them.
Yep.
Give them the finger virtually.
Yeah, I mean, I
and
really
tell them not to go after, not to start a gun ban either.
Yeah, I mean, again, and that's another top topic out there right now. I mean, it's just like for real. We were on that last week. By the way, Miss Alicia Williams is watching. Hello, Alley Cat. What's up, beautiful? We're smoking the Indian Motorcycle Habano Gordo Delicious Cigar. Great choice, Sally. These are very well aged. The cellophane is like yellow, man. It's nice
Really good.
and it's tasty.
So talk about
real quick the cigar. I mean, I'm sorry, but since we got in the thoughts, you're about almost an inch and 3/4 into that. I know you're happy with the ash.
Yeah.
Flavors, strength. What's up?
The strength is medium plus. It hasn't toned down or gone up. It's staying
It's
maintained.
basically stayed the same. Yeah.
The flavors are still very mild. Tobacco, maybe a wood. Yeah, very good draw.
Just great draw, guys. I mean, it's like I'm having zero problems at all.
Right. I was gonna ask, at this point, do you feel that this cigar is better or equal to the Maduro that we smoked?
I think it's better.
I'm going to agree.
I was along the same line.
I think it's better than
the Maduro, because I think we talked about it.
It was heavy.
It looked like it was going to be more aggressive, a little bit more.
It was a little light.
But it felt. I think we agreed that it wasn't quite as intense as we expected it to have.
It was one of those looks can be deceiving cigars.
Yeah, I like this a lot. By the way, I would smoke this like almost like one back to back.
Yeah. If I could afford it, I'd
like if you're driving, you're saying, I got a few of these. I'm gonna enjoy a couple of these back to back. One before lunch, one right after lunch, whatever. And you know what? It's funny, real quick. And I'm a fan of root beer. I would like a root beer with this. That beer that you brought might be a little bit too sweet in retrospect, but just a regular, like what is that, IBS or IBC one from Texas?
IPA.
No, it's a root beer.
IBC root beer.
I like that one. It's very clean, very crisp. I would do that with this. I like that.
Or a hot ginger ale would go with this. Yeah.
I've never had
not the very spicy one.
No, the middle
I know
ground.
the Schwingenberger, whatever
Yeah.
heck that
They
Schweffer's
have
or-
one that's really spicy, and they have the not so
It's a
spicy
weird name. I have no idea what the hell
It's a
it is
German
called.
name.
It's a German name.
Mm.
You know, but like I said, it's a nice one. I really do like the cigar a lot.
Yeah, the construction's great. The wrapper is great. It's not like smooth like a sheet of paper, but you can definitely tell there's like some veins in there. So look, it's presentable. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, I'll tell you what, from the outside,
It looks like
it's a little veiny. It's a little veiny, you know. It's got a little.
Well, the thing about it is,
Good
I like to see the veins of the leaf on the wrapper.
I'm gonna say that I know a lot of guys out there saying, "Oh, you know, the smoother, the better, the this, that." You know, I get that, I understand that, but sometimes to me, a cigar's got to have a little bit of character, a little bit of like, "Hey, you know, I'm a cigar." You know, it's like a little bit of masculinity to it. And if it's got a little bit of veininess, a little bit of toothiness, a little bit of of texture, I'm not opposed to that. I'm really just not opposed to that.
No, it's good.
Again, it just is what it is. I'm really enjoying this cigar a lot. So that's just to bring you guys back into that. That's sort of what's going on right now with this newest attack. This literally, I was reading the article a little bit more in depth. A Robusto that's about maybe, I don't want to say like maybe a $9 Robusto, because of the weight, it's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit less.
20.
You're looking at almost an additional $3 added to that if it goes through. 660, you're looking at almost anywhere between $5 to $6 additional. So if that
like this would be $16,
give or take, if this was a this is a $10 steak
on top of
that's actually
on top of the state
yeah
tax.
$10
yeah
That's on top of the state tax.
Factored in pretty much because that will be added as before it gets here. So before it gets to me,
What is North Carolina's tax?
so here's where I'm going. So imagine, if you will, that because of this cigar's additional tax being added to the manufacturing side and all that other stuff, by the time I got here, in North Carolina, it's 12.8% tax. So either A, I would have two options. Option one, I don't add that tax and I pay it at the end of the month, let's say out of a separate account or whatnot. So like I don't have to add that to this.
Right.
Otherwise, let's say if it's $16, quote unquote, on top of that, man, and just add another $1.50, $2.
So you're almost at $18.
Yeah, and this cigar at $10 is on point. At $18,
No,
not happening, bro. Not happening.
Refinance your car to afford
Not happening.
one cigar.
Yeah.
no.
I think the only two states that do not have tobacco tax is Florida and Pennsylvania. Everybody else is like, wherever you land, that's where you land.
Why aren't we doing this show from Florida?
It's a good question.
You live in North Carolina.
We live in North Carolina, and the commute to there and back would be astronomical, dude. Just astronomical. So I gotta, it's let me see, we're a little bit past the halfway, but I got a fun topic. I mean, there's been a lot of controversy that I've seen also the past few weeks on the media and how the media does this. For example, I brought up a while ago my non-favorite of all female rappers. She got Best Song American Music Awards, Cardi B, the WAP song. Not a fan of her ever. Will ever be. The hell with that.
Yeah, and she's a role model for so many people.
And I think she adds zero value to that. Zero value to that. But let me ask you guys, and I'll begin with you. What is the name of either a band or a musician that you think has been controversial but has been awesome, and I think has just changed things in general, or maybe changed the viewpoint or whatnot? I mean, what are your thoughts on that? I mean, I know you're younger, but you got a lot of great knowledge in your head, kiddo.
Little Richard was very controversial for being gay and African American.
Very colorful character. Reminded me a lot of Liberace as well. But what a phenomenal musician.
Liberace mixed with Elvis, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
he was 50s rock and roll. YouTube him. He does Good Golly Miss Molly.
Absolutely. I mean, great iconic music.
Yeah.
He's come out in movies. He's come out in a ton of stuff. Alice Cooper, Michael Carter Says.
Yeah.
I think that the world has been filled with great musicians that were controversial in their own rights. Ozzy Osbourne, as crazy as that sounds, when he bit that fake chicken or bat, whatever,
it was a real bat
on stage.
He had to get rabies shots for it too.
You know, so but I've always liked Ozzy. I thought it was very unique. Ozzy Osbourne, the quintessential
Marilyn Manson.
You know, Marilyn Manson.
Well, yeah, Marilyn Manson's it's come out and
he's more of a show. Like he's going for the shock.
He's going for.
But I would say Dee Snider. Twisted Sister.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I was going to say that too, by the way.
No, you weren't.
I would.
He went before Congress and argued about music.
Mm. There was a
Metallica did that with the whole snapper thing.
No, Metallica went and got
what was it, Snapper, right? Or Snapper or whatever.
No, it was
Napster.
Napster.
Yeah.
Got Napster. Basically, they shut down Napster because they claimed or fought for their right to keep their music without people sharing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, they're musicians, but that's how they make their living. So
Exactly,
people download
and that's what they fought for, and that's what they did.
Which I can understand that.
I can too.
I remember,
but they're really the only band that you cannot find anywhere online.
They protected themselves.
They protected. You can't download it
all day long on YouTube. Look at you. Look.
But you can't download it.
Right.
I like that a lot. I'm gonna say one musician, which again I've said this before. Madonna had a song back in the early 90s, late 80s that was like a prayer. At the time, it was so controversial because it touched upon racism, it touched upon police brutality, it touched upon
Picture Little Richard in a pointy bra.
Interracial, relationship. And I mean, just the visuals were insane. And on top of that, at the time when she was slated to do the Super Bowl, Pepsi Cola had her under contract. They basically dumped her.
Yeah,
they recanted. But she also came out with the sex book, which was so insane. I mean, it was just like, I mean, and the thing sold out like 1 million books in an hour or some crap like that.
Now if
you're lucky enough to even find it.
If you find it, you're going to be paying a pretty penny.
Oh God, yeah, it's almost impossible, that did good.
That's almost a third.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that literally was a fantastic ash. Good night, Carter. Take it easy, man. Thank you very much.
Later, buddy.
But there's been a lot of musicians, I think, that in their own inimitable way, without crossing the boundaries, also becoming political about it. Like when I went to see Madonna years ago on concert, the last 20 minutes became political ranting and ravings, and that's when I said, wasted money.
Yeah, she
did not like that.
The later years have all turned political.
Yeah, I don't fan. And interesting enough, now on a completely weird angle, I saw there's a young man. He's a rapper. His name is Lil Nas. He is affiliated with a shoe company or something like that. Or Nike was affiliated with him.
No. The story is
the Satan shoe.
The Satan shoe. What this company did was they took Nike's shoe,
right, and reinvented it
and added their own stuff to it. Nike is now suing them for
design patent rights or something.
For
copyrights.
That makes sense.
But apparently, I don't think he was involved in that. He just promoted it. He was the image of that.
Wasn't it his shoe though?
No, I thought it was too.
No, it's his signature shoe, I think.
Yeah, but
for this album.
I'll tell you what, man. But this speaks also about the people out there. He made 666 shoes, pairs.
Yep.
At $1,000 each, they sold out literally within the moment that they hit the stores. Completely sold out.
I know
buy shoes for ungodly reasons.
I mean, it's crazy. He was being attacked also by a governor, some woman, because of his latest video, which is very
he's giving a lap
explicit.
Dance. He's giving a lap dance to the devil.
Man, let me tell you something. I've seen worse than that on TV and on music videos.
Wait a minute. What was the awards they just basically performed? The WAP song on TV.
And again, I go back to that. I don't think that woman represents women correctly. I don't think she's, again, whatever. I'm not a fan. I'm just not a fan of Cardi B, and I'll never be a fan of Cardi B. But I'll tell you what, given the choice, I'll listen to this young rapper. First of all, he's not the prototypical rapper. I think he's got his own message. He's got his own way of representing it and bringing it out. And most of his damn CGI. We get to see worse crap on TV and on the movies, dude.
Skinamax.
The stuff also like that is out there. It's absolutely insane. And so this kid, because I guess he's innovative, he was an entrepreneur, and he said, I'm gonna go with this company. They're gonna make a damn shoe, and we're gonna call it the Satan shoe.
He's gonna make a bunch of money off of it.
And I think actually, if people think that he's not making money now because of that controversy,
he's making more money.
He's making more money now.
Yeah, it's just like the Morgan Wallen thing. When he was in Nashville, his neighbor caught him in his own property using the N-word. He got canceled from everything. Now his album sales have gone through the freaking roof.
I look at it like this, man. One of his songs was "Old Time" something or other. He did it with Billy Ray Cyrus. Yeah. I love that song. That song was badass. And I listened to it, I was like,
Old Town Road.
He's got country and rap, and it's Billy Ray, dude.
About riding a horse.
Billy Ray. I didn't even think the guy was around anymore. I think it was like, it has been after his daughter and stuff like that. But I like the song.
It's called Hip Hop.
Dude, I'm all in. I liked it. As a matter of fact, it was Darius Rucker. Darius Rucker, who did some of that, but he switched it from
he's now
Hootie and the Blowfish, and
now he's a country singer.
I had no idea that Darius Rucker was the lead singer of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh my God, he was Hootie. Yeah, he was Hootie.
I know. So I grew up in the '90s listening to that, because my mom was real big into country music for a little while. She still is, but not as much. But my dad
trying to find good country music anymore.
Yeah,
I agree. It all sounds like the same nowadays.
My dad was a product of the 60s and 70s. So
but that's way better country back in the day.
Right. So I grew up listening to Creedence and a little bit of Garth Brooks in like the 90s and Hootie and the Blowfish and, things like that.
Yeah.
Alan Jackson.
No. Willie Nelson.
Garth Brooks. Not really.
Garth Brooks started the...
He annoyed me.
Before the nuttiness.
He started the rockabilly age, I would say.
I think he created the bridge.
He had several popular songs.
He created the bridge for a lot of country guys to sort of pop-esque themselves a little bit, try to go a little bit more mainstream with their music as well. But
again, he's still making money off of some of his songs.
God, they all do. All do.
What is it? Friends in Low Places is Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
The Dance, which is usually played at weddings. And there's like another.
What was the one about the truck driver that drove his truck through a house or a diner or something because his wife was cheating on him?
Oh Lord! Wow,
I don't remember that one.
That's a powerful. One.
He was like, I can't remember the lyrics to the song, but
don't sing it.
He was talking about the truck driving through the house.
You got a good voice, but just for talking, not for singing. I'm just putting that out there. It's like I have a great face for radio. I've been told that all my life.
Then why are we doing a YouTube channel?
I don't know. It's just I'm from far away. From far away, I look like somebody that is very roguishly handsome. Up close, it's like Jesus.
All three of us, we're 10-footers.
Yeah.
We look good from 10 feet away in the night.
Up close, you're like, God, what happened?
With the lights out.
Yeah, but going back to this real quick. I saw the video. I've seen the video a couple of times. It's called Montero. I think it's hilarious. It's an awesome, and I'll tell you what, it's funny because today I started watching a show that I've been after. I've never really dedicated the time, but today I started. Have you guys ever heard of American Gods?
No.
Okay, it's a show based on Neil Gaiman's great Americana novel about literally just that, these ancient deities in modern day America.
Here we go with the Netflix reviews.
Well,
with
Stars channel. So just in the first 2 episodes, I gotta be brutally honest, I saw more stuff in those first 2 episodes that, in my opinion, if anybody was gonna be offended, than in that kid's video. I mean, the video is tame by the standards of what you like to read a lot. I know that.
No, I hate reading.
But I used to be, I read a lot of mythology, different religious belief systems. I really, growing up, I like to learn about the beliefs and philosophies of different people throughout the world. And I'll tell you what, in those first 2 episodes, if you are not really, there's stuff enough in there to offend anybody if you're looking to be offended. And I was not. I really was not. I said, wow, this is going to be a tremendous series, very well written. It's based on a book that I've been dying to read also. Neil Gaiman is one of my favorite authors of all time. He's fairly contemporary in American literature. So when you look at this video, and you say, I'm offended because he's doing a lap dance on the devil. I go, are you out of your freaking minds? Really?
Wait. You're talking about a culture that gets offended by the breeze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, this kid is, in my opinion, a great performer because that's what it was. It was a tremendous performance, you know.
I think a lot of people lose the fact that it's an art form.
Yeah.
I think they're taking it at face value, and
I mean, we've lost everybody. We're down to like just a few, but you know,
everybody takes everything literally.
Yeah, you know,
and when he right after that song, Old Town Road.
Yeah, I love that song.
He came out of the closet.
Yeah, I mean, by the way, he is a rapper. He's a hip hop artist, publicly gay, and the guy is a Grammy winner.
He came out in a pink outfit. And
Dude,
got offended over.
The ball sacks of strength to do that. And again, in an industry like that, like hip hop, where everything is, you know, classically, yo, what's up? Yo, my thug, you know. I go, this kid is saying he's flipping everybody off, and he's becoming successful at it. I got no problem with that.
We're in the age of where you can identify
as a chopper. I know you want to identify as a chopper, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, guns blazing.
Motorcycle chopper.
Motorcycle chopper.
You can identify as whoever or whatever you want, but you can also be offended by whoever or whatever you want.
You know, it's funny. I'm sure if somebody gets offended, you silly Nancy's out there. When what's his name? The Kardashian dude, Jenner.
Jenner, yeah.
When he came out and he did that whole "I'm now call me Caitlyn," I said that's not strong. People say, "Oh my God, he's so strong.
No,
he's
like
so
what?
brave."
I
go, no.
He got Woman of the Year.
Yep, exactly.
That ain't brave. That ain't strong. I go, there's a lot of people out there who lost their lives because the moment that they thought about going down that road of acceptance and being able to bring that out to the world, they were killed. Killed publicly in the streets. So for someone to say, he's brave, no, he's not. I go, chop your manhood off, and then let's have that discussion about how brave you are.
Did he get the surgery?
No, he didn't.
He went back.
He's still dingly dangly. He is still dingly dangly down there.
You pee standing up in the ladies' room.
I mean, the day that he ever wants to backtrack, all he has to do is just, you know, reduce on top and, you know, put a ponytail on, and he'll look like every other idiot with a man bun.
Or get his haircut and walk around with the titties. Who cares?
You know, again, you know, I look at it. You're right. This is an age of whatever you want to portray and be comfortable with, and whoever you want to be, man, you know what? I'm going to respect you. I'm going to leave you alone. I got no qualms about that. But do not force me to accept it or force me to like it. Allow me the chance.
It's a power thing. Everybody is giving everybody else
validation.
Power.
Yeah, allow me the opportunity to maybe get to know you and respect you for what you're doing. And I'm going to be okay with that. Just don't force me. Do not make it an agenda.
I'll tell you what. If you belong in the men's room and you follow my old lady in the ladies' room, you're going to need the handicap bathroom.
Yeah, there's going to be some issues, brother. And again, and everybody knows me. You all know me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a believer like that. If some bearded mofo walks in a dress into a ladies' room, I'm going to have an issue with that.
Well, now they're also talking about transgender kids, like somebody who identifies as a female. Say I identify as a female, and I'm 17 years old.
At 9 years old, what did you want to do?
Ride my bike.
Drive an ice cream truck in outer space, right?
Whatever.
So
wow, that's a
who's to say that they're making decisions at 9 years old that will affect the rest of their lives?
Yeah, you know,
and if they're lucky, they'll live for another 80 years.
You know how many people have come out and said, "I made a complete mistake. I don't want to be this anymore."
There is that. Here's
some places, I don't know if it's here in North Carolina or not, but some places, if you're a 17-year-old kid who identifies as a woman, you can compete against women.
We just got banned.
I think we just got banned. Oh my God. Let me see here. Are we both available tomorrow? I mean, I'm available if
available.
We might have a charge for that, but I mean, I think it means Lars and I. I'll be there, brother. I'll be on. I'm good to go. I'll be on.
But at the same, if you identify as a woman, you can, or a female as a child, you can compete with other females. That also means that you are showering and stuff in the same,
it's just
place, which is.
I mean, even in the gym and all that.
Listen, yeah. I remember and this is just me. When I was in junior high, you're already in that process of developing yourself. I was always like, shy about even going after PE to the showers because, in elementary you don't do that. But to me, I grew up with like middle school, junior high, and then I was shy until I sort of like, fucking moved on from it. I was like, I didn't give a shit anyways afterwards.
Yeah,
but
not very many kids in school.
And at first time, sometimes, you got to understand, there's a lot of kids who are learning who they are.
Oh, yeah.
Some kids might just be shy enough that they don't want to, even something as simple as say, well, I'm not showering with the rest of the guys. I just don't feel comfortable. And that's got to be okay.
Yeah.
Now, imagine how tough just that is for a young boy or girl. On top of that, if they are now dealing with these ideas, and here's from, this is just my own, not these guys, my own personal take on this. If you're 8, 9, 10 years old, and somehow these ideas are in your mind, I would strongly recommend not just talking to your parents, but maybe looking for some outside professional help, but the right professional help.
Yeah, because you gotta find
like a counselor, but
but you gotta find the right one.
A counselor, but because I don't want them all of a sudden to, well, we're gonna have to steer him strictly into that. I go, no. There has to be a process of elimination. And here's where I'm going with this. Is it just a phase? And we pinpoint that it is just a phase.
Like where you want to dress up in black clothing and
or is it something that the child is truly developing down this path? And if so, then maybe we need to be a little bit more attentive, a little bit more understanding, and protective. Because they're going to face some shit out there.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is you can't lead them in a certain direction. It's like when you're asking somebody questions, like even in a prosecution, and you're trying to figure something out, you can't say now,
you can't
was
lead
it
the witness.
this person or was it, then you can't give them like multiple guesses. Was it this person or this person? This person did this and this person did this, and you say it in a tone to where it's like, oh wow, maybe it was that person.
To me, I will always support. I haven't had I have my son, as everybody knows, he's not by blood, but since he was 3 months old, he's been in my arms. He is the greatest joy that I know. If I had a blood child, I would do the exact same thing. Victor has always been his own mind, his own head, his own person. I love him dearly. I would lay waste to a city for him, but he was always supported in whatever his decisions were, and I always understood him. He was a good kid. I always say, as a parent, you've had your kids. You got 3, 4, 5, 6 kids. I don't know. You need to start watching more TV than for the future. Your kids, what I like about the ones that I've met are independent. They're well balanced. They're good kids.
They think for themselves. They make their own decisions.
And they have a good heart. They have a good heart. I think that's part of that as well. I'm not a fan of certain celebrities and their kids. I've read a few articles. I've seen a few things pushing, I think, because of the popularity and the fandom, their children down these paths that may or may not be what the child will ultimately make a choice on for his life. And if you're doing that because it adds an extra, zero to what you can ask for in the future because you're a superstar or whatever, then you're doing it the wrong way. I mean, that's just wrong. I mean, I've never been a fan of the Kardashians. As far as I'm concerned, they're a bunch of lunatics in that family. I think the only thing I like about the Kardashians, believe it or not, is the mother, because she's a brilliant user, schemer, and businesswoman. Preceded the latter by the first two, because she has schemed and used her children to the nth degree to make money for themselves.
I don't have any kids, but I'm pretty sure I can speak for all three of us that we would lay waste to several small countries for our kids.
Absolutely.
Oh, you get a phone call. We're going to do this.
I mean, it's a done deal.
Whose car are we taking?
Listen, I'm not gonna say the whole story, but there was a good friend of mine. He's an avid supporter of this show. Said to me one day, my daughter's last name was made fun of. And I said, let's fucking roll.
Yeah.
I said, we're fucking rolling, because I want to talk to this sack of crap, and I want him to make fun of your daughter's last name in front of me. Because I go, I'll beat the crap out of him. I got a baseball bat to his name, left and right.
Was it a Spanish last name?
No. And I'm not going to say right now, But he knows because he watches all the time, and he's an avid supporter. He's a great guy. I don't tell you guys who it is after the show, but to me, that was my friend.
Mm-hmm.
And children are sacred.
Mm.
You support your kids.
Yeah.
You nourish your kids. You love your kids. Those are yours. If your child tells you, "Hey, Dad, I want to grow up to have wings," great, have at it. "Hey, Dad, I want to grow up and do a lap dance on the devil," great, have at it. Whatever the hell it is. But you know what? Support the child. It may be that the kid is just expressing right now something, but in the years to come, he might say, "You know what? You remember I wanted to have wings? Well, now I'm an airplane pilot." Great, that's awesome. Hey, you know, Dad, remember I said I want to do a lap dance on the devil? Well, guess what, man? I'm the top Fortune 500 dude for company 666 or whatever. Who the hell knows?
Well, everybody, in some form or another, whether it be jokingly or they've been upset or whatever, they've said things they didn't mean.
Mm-hmm.
How far are you going to let that go to where it alters their entire life? Where they said something that they didn't mean, whether they were joking or not.
Absolutely, man. Listen, I tell the story and brutally honest. I've been called many things since day one that I came out, all this stuff. And I always tell everybody, you know what? It's to the level that I allow you to use certain verbiage with me that tells you either A, I can tolerate you, deal with you, love you, or care about you, or not. You know, if you say the wrong word around me, I may just simply say, "Man, I don't appreciate that, and we're good and we're kosher." Or I may say, "Bro, you need to step outside with me right now, and let's see how much manliness we can bring to bear right now."
I've been a part of a very mellow conversation that you've had with somebody back at the old shop, and I was sitting there like, Duncan's serious, but the other guy didn't.
This thing is lit. This thing is lit.
You were serious, but the other guy didn't quite get the message.
And let me tell you this, afterwards, I love him. He's a good kid. He's a damn good egg. And that's a good American kid right there. He did not know. He did not know. Right. He did not understand the dynamic. And at first, I also needed to, okay, maybe I also went overboard. But again, I understand that. You know, it's also up to, someone's got to be the older, a little bit wise, a little bit more understanding. And at that point, I said, wait a second. But you're right, man. Going back to the whole kids thing, as parents, the only advice I can tell everybody is, you know, just love your kids, man. Love your kids. If they want to do whatever, make sure you show them love and understand them and caring and compassion. I'm proud to say that I had a very loving father who's not here anymore with us. But from day one, when I told my dad at the age 16, you know, that I was out, he said, "I'm with you." And for a guy who grew up the way he grew up, I mean, he lost his mom at 9 years old, a big family. He was in the military for 15 years. Then he was in prison for 15 more. I mean, he had a very rough life, and he embraced me. He said, "You know, you're my son above all else." Same thing with my mother, a very devout, old school Catholic woman. You know, she was raised in a nunnery, you know, and I tell everybody, you know, just approach your kids as the greatest extension of who you can be in the future. Well, if you cannot be there, just make them something way better.
Here's another thing that some parents don't do. They don't listen to their kids. They don't. They don't hear what the kids are saying.
Doggone it, it is not. Son of a gun, it is not.
I'm tapping out. I don't have kids. I can't be part of it.
They don't hear what the kid is trying to tell them. They don't take the time to listen. Take the time. Take a second. Stop what you're doing. Listen. You know, I've been guilty of it too. Every parent is at one point.
I think even amongst friends, we're sometimes just guilty of not even listening to ourselves or to each other.
That's a big thing with humans.
Yeah, I know. It happens to me all that. Listen, guys, we have come upon it. I think we may be a little bit beyond it. Yeah, we're a little bit beyond it. But, you know, it's been a good show. Just to wrap it up, we've been smoking the Indian motorcycle Habano in a Gordo format. Any last party words? I'm going to start with Mike. Mike, what are your thoughts on the cigar? Your overall, what's happening?
I mean, the flavor has stayed the same. It hasn't changed.
You get a little spiciness?
No, I just get a tobacco flavor all the way through, but a heavy tobacco flavor.
Nice.
It didn't go up, didn't go down. It just stayed the same. And I mean, I just had to touch it up a little bit. Other than that, I think it was a great cigar.
I think that was my second relight or something like that.
Yeah, but you were
and a lot of talking.
Yeah.
On my end, I did get a little bit of spice throughout, but it was a very enjoyable, subtle spice, very, very tasty. Oh, woodiness again, but I always get that from, I guess the classic woodiness. Love the tobacco taste, really enjoyable. I'm a big fan of Habanos. I love Habanos. This is a little bit heavier as far as Habanos goes. Indian Motorcycle, man, great cigar, fantastic smoke. Seamus?
Along the lines of what you guys are saying, great smoke. I didn't have to relight mine. I didn't.
Awesome.
I'd go on my usual tangents, but real quick, explain the aging on the actual cellophane that went that these cigars came in. Like, why does it turn that color?
So cellophane is also an organic product. People think that it's plastic. This is actually, it's an organic product. It breathes. So this is a breathable product. And the tobacco, believe it or not, I'd say this was sitting around for a minimum in a cigar shop, minimum 4 to 5 years. Before,
really?
Yeah, I would say comfortably at that level. At that level of yellow, yeah, I would say. So when you guys found them there, I don't know if you frequent that place or not, or what.
Actually, we bought them online.
Really? So these are, I'll bet you something. These have been sitting somewhere
in somebody's warehouse for a while,
nicely aging. So wherever they got them, it's a great environment.
Yep.
So kudos to this. Really nice. Minimum 4 to 5 years sitting around, getting way better. Love it, man.
So a little bit darker, like the darker the cellophane itself gets, the longer it's been.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty good. I can almost pinpoint. I'd say 4 to 5 years on that. It would have been a little bit darker than that. I would have said almost 8 to 10 years. But I also know when these came out, so these have not been out that long for a 10-year run. I'd say comfortably these have been aging since they first came out about maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago. So soon after they came out, somebody stockpiled them. They had them there, and very tasty, very tasty. And it could happen that they speed up the process because the environment is just so appropriate for aging, and you can actually do that on purpose. Lower the temperature, increase the humidity, and the cigars just magically just age even way better, dude. It's like, so this could be less than that, but because of the aging, in the proper environment.
Awesome.
But I'd say, man, really, this was a great find for you guys. Honestly, super tasty.
Yep.
We started with the fight against overreaching regulations again by the government. Stop it. Don't be stupid. This is a premium cigar product. There's nothing like cigarettes in here at all.
Pure.
Yeah, oh God, yeah, man. Just like my intentions, they're pure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't say this, but real quick, the arm feels a lot better in comparison to last Wednesday. But the long and short of it, I saw I can't do that. I saw the specialist yesterday. I am having a CT scan Wednesday of next week. The happy time frame, I kid you not, professionally, 2 months with this thing on.
So
that's with nothing.
2 to 6 months.
2 months on the nothing happening. 4 to 6 if there has to be some surgery, which I pray to God there doesn't. So again, it is what it is.
And we just take it off at the shoulder.
We could just a little bit off from the shoulder, just a little bit off.
Take it right, done.
Good thing you're right-handed.
Yeah, thank God. Oh man, if this would have happened on the right, I would have been just insane. And if you're again into like music, in my opinion, is one of the greatest venues and powerful statement makers in the world. Great musicians. I've always stepped for Jimi Hendrix. Hendrix. Can we talk about a great guitarist? I saw Kerry was talking last week with Laura Steaton about a fantastic guitarist from Metallica or wherever the hell he was. I don't know, one of these like famous guitarists, and it was just amazing. Oye, todo lo mejor para ti, de verdad. Que Dios te bendiga. Hasta luego y que la pases muy bien. So I mean, musicians, in my opinion, have a beautiful message and keep doing it. Again, if this kid who's a rapper, he's getting bombarded, then you might be doing something right, kiddo. You might actually be doing something right. Fight the system. Shit, we are. Cigars have been fighting the system for decades.
Yep.
So ain't nothing wrong. If you're gay, God bless you. I like you more if you smoke cigars. I hope you do. Shit, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
A demon lap dancing gay rapper who smokes cigars and sings country music.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a damn show.
Yeah.
And on that
Well, that's
happy
everything.
note, on that happy note, whatever tickles your pickle, enjoy it or not, whatever. I don't care. You know, thank you as always, guys. And remember the last thing what is it we always say? Smoke well, because we do. God bless you, everybody. Take it easy and have a great one. Boom, boom, shakalaka.